Father of the Week.
I'm in America.
You forget I'm in America.
Ted Stryker.
You know him, sir?
Never heard of him. That's not exactly true.
Hollywood has made its fair share of dreamers famous, giving them stardom and making them superstars. But one thing is for sure, no one stays under the limelight for too long, and every actor's career must come to an end. But do Hollywood's finest really give up acting if they hit the age factor? Or do they find a way to keep doing what they love? Well, in this video, we're going to be answering just that. So, from Clint Eastwood to Dick Van Dyke, here are 5 of Hollywood's most familiar faces that are now over 90 years old. The reason Rita Moreno is so high on the list is because her prolific career has spanned over 7 decades. She is also one of the few performers to achieve the coveted EGOT status, having won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award. The Puerto Rican actress began her career as a dancer in New York City before making her Broadway debut in 1945 at the age of 13. Moreno soon transitioned to Hollywood and signed a contract with MGM in the 1950s, where she faced stereotypical roles as a Latina actress. Despite the challenges, she persevered and won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her iconic role as Anita in the 1961 film adaptation of West Side Story.
I have my own washing machine.
What will you have though to keep?
Throughout the years, Moreno has been involved in some of the biggest projects in Hollywood, such as in the film The King and I, 1956, alongside Yul Brynner. She also starred in the title role of the sitcom The Electric Company from 1971 to 1977, winning a Grammy for her contribution to the show's soundtrack. Her Tony Award would come in 1975 for her role in the Broadway musical The Ritz. But even at 91 years of age, Moreno shows no sign of slowing down. She is still very active in the industry and gained acclaim for her role as Lydia Riera in the reboot of One Day at a Time, 2017 to 2019. But most recently, you'll catch her in Fast X alongside Vin Diesel playing the affable Abuleta. As for her personal life, Rita Moreno has been married to Leon Gordon since 1965 until his passing in 2010. She also has one daughter, Fernanda Luisa Gordon, who seems to follow closely in her mother's footsteps. Moreno has been an advocate for diversity in the entertainment industry and has used her platform to address issues of representation, especially for Latina performers. Her $10 million net worth would certainly make philanthropy no difficulty. Unlike Rita Moreno, William Shatner is no foreigner when it comes to acting. You can't think of Captain Kirk and not think of Shatner.
Prepare to beam me aboard on my signal.
But while he is the poster boy for science fiction geeks, beyond Star Trek, Shatner has had a multifaceted career in Hollywood. But it seems he has a penchant for cop shows, with his striking performances in T.J. Hooker and Boston Legal, even earning a Primetime Emmy Award for the latter in 2004. Shatner also became the face of Priceline.com, starring in a popular series of commercials.
Can you see it, mister? An army of Priceline.com users ready and strong.
But for him, this was his way to make an impact and spread awareness about America's dwindling water resources in the most public way possible. He has a net worth of $100 million, most of which he spent on charities and nonprofit organizations, but a fraction of which he uses to fly into space. That's right. In October 2021, Shatner traveled on Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin space shuttle, becoming the oldest living person to go into space. All his experience on the set of Star Trek definitely must have paid off. The 92-year-old has been married 4 times and has 3 children. He is currently married to Elizabeth Martin, whom he wed in 2001. But you haven't seen the end of Shatner. Despite his age, he continues to act and even make cameo appearances in shows like The Big Bang Theory. Most recently, however, he made an appearance on the show My Life is Murder as Branton Wallach. But while William Shatner was exploring the uncharted recesses of space, it took a completely different actor to map out the Wild West. With a career no less prolific than Shatner's, Clint Eastwood spent over 6 decades in the industry, making him one of the most iconic faces in Hollywood. Born on May 31, 1930, in San Francisco, California, Eastwood gained a little momentum in Hollywood through his role as Rowdy Yates in the TV series Rawhide, 1959 to 1965. But his real breakthrough came with the Dollars Trilogy, a series of spaghetti westerns directed by Sergio Leone, including A Fistful of Dollars, 1964, For a Few Dollars More, 1965, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, 1966. These films made Eastwood synonymous with the Western genre. Beyond acting, Eastwood expanded his repertoire by taking up directing, and it turns out he was pretty good. He directed his first film, Play Misty for Me, 1971, and went on to direct and produce numerous critically acclaimed movies, including Unforgiven, 1992, $1 Million Baby, 2004, and Mystic River, 2003, which earned him several Academy Awards. The 93-year-old continues to direct and occasionally act. He starred in films like Gran Torino, 2008, and Trouble with the Curve, 2012. His latest acting role, however, was in the film Cry Macho, 2021, where he also served as the director. His success is evident in his net worth of $375 million and the fact that he served as the mayor of Carmel by the Sea, a small coastal town in California. But Clint wasn't as lucky in his personal life, as he was married twice, with both marriages ending in divorce. Since Eastwood has several causal and serious relationships throughout his life, he fathers 8 children, with some speculating that there may be more. Whatever the case, one thing we do know about the cowboy is that he left an indelible mark on the industry and continues to be a cultural phenomenon. In many ways, Clint Eastwood and Gina Rollins have had a very similar trajectory in their success in Hollywood. The two of them are even the same age. Born on June 19, 1930 in Madison, Wisconsin, Gina was married to John Cassavetes, a renowned actor and filmmaker. This was the first time in Hollywood that an actor-director couple began producing some of the most emotionally charged films of their time. The most important of these include A Woman Under the Influence, 1974, Gloria, 1980, and Opening Night, 1977. It is worth noting that the first 2 films actually landed both Gina and her husband several Academy Awards. So suffice it to say, their marriage was a boon in both their personal and professional lives. Sadly, Cassavetes would later pass away in 1989, but leave Gina with 3 wonderful children. But in the absence of her husband, Gina was still very much active in the acting business. In 2004's The Notebook, Rollins played the older version of Allie Hamilton and made her most recent appearance on film in 2014's 6 Dance Lessons in 6 Weeks. While she may not be as active in the acting business as she used to be, it doesn't detract from her ability to portray complex characters. Also, she is one of the rare examples that shows people that Hollywood couples can really create magic if they choose to complement each other. The oldest actor to make this list also happens to be one of the most talented. Dick Van Dyke is one of the few people that can say they have won a Golden Globe, Tony, Grammy, and Daytime Emmy, and even have their name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Born in 1925, Van Dyke began his career in entertainment in the 1950s, starting as a radio DJ.
Here he is, the father of the wheat.
He gained initial success with his performance in the Broadway musical Bye Bye Birdie in 1960. However, it was his lead role in The Dick Van Dyke Show, 1961 to 1966, that really catapulted him to fame. Van Dyke continued to make a name for himself in the film industry, starring in the classic Disney film Mary Poppins, 1964, alongside Julie Andrews, and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, 1968, and The Comic, 1969. But even though his career may seem appealing, Van Dyke has been struggling with alcoholism for much of his adult life and was even checked into a hospital for 3 weeks in 1972 to be treated for his addiction. But with the help of his wife, Arlene Silver, and his 4 delightful children, Van Dyke has managed to keep himself afloat and endure a prosperous career. In 2 years, Van Dyke will become a centenarian, and despite the feat, he is still as active in the business as he was in his prime, appearing in the TV show Days of Our Lives in 2023. The acclaim and a never-ending passion for acting meant that he was bound to be successful, and that is evident in his $50 million net worth. But his real success comes from not only his diverse range of acting roles, but his ability to inspire a new generation of actors. Many, including Conan O'Brien, Jim Carrey, and Bryan Cranston, have cited him as their inspiration for acting, and that is a privilege that money cannot buy. These talented actors and actresses once again go on to show that age is indeed just a number, and if you have your mind, body, and soul in the same place, nothing is stopping you from doing what you love. But which one of these actors is your favorite? Let us know down in the comments. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a beat. Till next time.